Hi guys, I'm a Forester here, and today is the very last day of 2018. Now this time of year I like to summarize the knives that I've purchased over the past year. And for the very first time I've actually sold more knives than I've purchased, so my collection has gotten a little bit smaller. Now I may be wrong, but I've been sensing a change in the knife community over the past 2 to 3 years. This is just going to be a quick video about my knife additions, and I may follow it up with another video about that change that I've been sensing. Stay tuned for that one. But right now, let's go to the tabletop and look at the knives that I bought in 2018. Okay guys, so as I said, my knife collection has gotten smaller in 2018 just simply because I sold more knives than I bought. I even sold one of my very favorite knives, my Walnut Menundi. You've seen that knife if you followed my channel for a while, and I do miss it. But I have bought these 3 knives right here on the tabletop this year, and I've enjoyed experiencing each one of them. A year ago, about this time, I think I said I was going to be more selective on the knives that I purchased in 2018. And in particular, I was going to look for a few specific used knives to buy, and that's primarily what I did. 2 of these 3 knives on the tabletop are used. The first knife that I bought in 2018 was this Benchmade Bug Out. This blue version had been out for a year or so, and the second model had just made its appearance. There was a slight price drop to this blue version, so I jumped on it. Now, my overall impression with the Bug Out is very positive. Well, maybe not very positive, but it's positive. And I've continued to carry it off and on throughout the year. But my number one impression of the Bug Out is that it's overpriced, even at the reduced price that I paid for it. You know, based on the materials and the quality that you get. If I had bought it slightly used for $75, I think I'd have been very pleased, but at full price for a new knife, I definitely think it's overpriced for this ultra lightweight knife. Now, I learned a lesson from my first purchase, and I bought a used Emerson Roadhouse later in the year from the Apostle P on a knife sale of his. And if you haven't watched one of his knife sales, you should. You might be able to pick up the perfect knife for you at a good price. Now, I'm an Emerson fan, and the price was right to buy my second Emerson. They're a little rough around the edges, I think by design. And in my review of this Roadhouse, I called it the Harley Davidson of knives. I found one advantage of buying used knives is that I carry and use them more often than I do new knives. Since they already have some blemishes, I don't really worry about them. Now, my third and final knife purchase in 2018 was a recent one from an Instagram post that I follow. I bought this used Manix 2 lightweight, and I just posted my review of it. You can go on there and see my review of all 3 of these knives and what I think of them in more detail. But this Manix was one of 2 knives that I wanted to purchase in 2018, and I wanted to purchase them used in particular. Watching other YouTube knife reviews, it seemed to me like the Manix 2 was one of your favorite knives, and now it's one of mine. Now, the other used knife that I want to buy is a Spyderco Para 2 in brown G10. If any knife could beat the Manix 2 as the most popular knife out there, it's probably the Para 2. If anybody has one, the one that I want, I still have today to buy it in 2018. So be in touch. Y'all take care.